What's up, everybody? Good afternoon. Just another segment of Frankly My Dear. So I was sitting here thinking. I said, you know what? Let me do a top five most important players in this series. Okay, in this fourth matchup between the Cavs and the Warriors. Now I'm gonna throw some disclaimers out there. One, in this top five most important players in this series, a lot of them are Cavs. I'm telling you that already. Okay, up front. Two, those who are not mentioned, they're pretty much not mentioned because they're guys who you pretty much know what you're gonna get out of them. They're not mentioned. Okay. And when I say you know what you're gonna get out of them, I'm saying more so they're role players who you know what you're gonna get out of them, or they're not the main guys on the team who you know what you're gonna get out of them. All right, because there are a couple guys who are the main guys that are on this most important. So I got top five most important players in this series. These are the players that their performance is going to be key on the success of their team. And also, these are the players. Also, I have two honorable mentions as well. All right, so I'm going to dive right into it. Number five, most important player in this series is LeBron James, okay? Some people going to say, number five, he's the best player in the world. He the GOAT. He GOAT James. I'm not saying this out of disrespect. Reason I'm saying he's number five most important player in the series, because you know what you're going to get, okay? But it's still, a lot. He has a lot on his shoulders. So, him playing at that, tremendous level is going to be key. It may not be fair, but it is what it is. That's his team. So he's gonna have to play the level he's been playing at in the Eastern Conference playoffs. He's gonna have to play the same way throughout these finals. And that's at this point, that's expected. So that's why he is five, only because you know what you're going to get, but also because pretty much their whole team success rides on his shoulders. Number four, Kevin Durant. I picked him, as number four, as most important player in the series because he was a little shaky in clutch moments last series. He was a little shaky down the stretch. He was a little shaky, okay? But, just like LeBron, Kevin Durant is he's the best player on the team. People can say what they want, but he's the best complete player on that team, okay? He's another guy, he's going to get his 30 a night regardless. But the key with Kevin Durant is this is why I feel he's the fourth most important. I have him up here because without him, I think the Warriors are still a good team. But if he wasn't there, if he doesn't produce, yes, the matchup's a little bit closer than people would think. Okay, he's the separator. Okay, he's the one who gets rid of. He's the one who makes it uneven. Okay, so Kevin Durant, I have him. His production, him being the fourth most important player in this series. So number three is Jordan Clarkson. The reason I have Jordan Clarkson number three is because to me, the Warriors bench is a little suspect, okay? As we know, Iggy is not playing. Also, so that leaves a lot of playing time for Swaggy P, Nick Young, and they really don't have any wing guys. The Warriors really don't have any backup wing guys. They have none. So Clarkson or backup guards, to be honest, backup athletic, consistent guards. So if Clarkson can at least give them 12 to 15 off the bench, that's going to be big, man. Clarkson is going to have to be the star of the second unit for both teams, okay? If he can do that, they can keep these games close and competitive and then give it to LeBron and see if he can take it home, okay? So I got Jordan Clarkson being the third most important player in this series because I feel when he's on, he could be the best bench player for both teams, okay? Number two, Tristan Thompson, okay? He annoys me sometimes, because he's one of those guys who, you play a pickup game with. He's really not all that great. He's not that good, but he gets set up. He gets an easy bucket. He's the one talking like he did something special. But one thing I can say that he does, offensive rebound, okay, at a rate higher than anybody in the league. And if it's one weakness that the Warriors that was exposed in that Rockets series, the Warriors, even with all those big men that they carry on the roster and don't play, they were getting dominated. They were getting dominated on the glass. Okay, we all know that year that the Cavs won. Even that first year where Kyrie and Love was hurt, Tristan Thompson, his energy along, with LeBron's play, won those 2 games in that series, okay? So he is going to be key for the Cavaliers taking advantage of what I feel is the Warriors, one of their only weaknesses, okay? He is going to have to dominate the glass, and he's going to have to make the bunnies, okay? He's going to have to make the easy shots because he gets on my damn nerves when he get under the basket. He goes up like he's in training league and rec, okay? Finish the damn pass. For one, catch the ball. 2, put this up and finish the play, okay? So that's what Tristan Thompson, that's why I think he's the second best player. Not best player, not at all. But that's why I think he's the second most important player in this series because his energy, those offensive rebounds, they take a lot out of a team, man. They kind of demoralizing when you're getting killed on the glass, and he can be that difference maker in that area. My number one most important player in this series. Again, this isn't the best players or anything of that nature. Take that into account. But the number one most important player in this series is George Hill. Okay, before you say I'm crazy, how in the hell is George Hill the most important player in this series? Just hear me out. The reason George Hill is the most important player in this series is because that backcourt has been getting dominated in these playoffs, okay? Him and JR together have been getting dominated, okay? That's for one thing. 2, what people fail to realize, people who want to diminish Kyrie Irving and think that he was just, sidekick Irving, at time people don't realize how dominant that LeBron Kyrie pick and roll was, okay? That Kyrie pick and roll gave the Warriors problems, okay? It was because basically what ends up happening, Steph ended up switching on LeBron and getting foul trouble. And even if he didn't switch, Kyrie had the ability to get a shot off and to get Steph in foul trouble, okay? So George Hill is going to have to be aggressive. George Hill, honestly, I think they even have a chance. I think George Hill going to have to average close to 20 points a game. And that might sound crazy, but he's going to have to shoot. He's going to have to attack. He's going to have to be a threat. Because if they can't work that pick and roll that they used to work with Kyrie and LeBron, they might get swept, to be honest. He is going to have that same, like I said, that was the only thing that would keep the Cavs in series, in games throughout these 4 years when they played the Warriors. So George Hill is going to have to be aggressive. He's going to have to play out of this world, to be honest, for them to have a chance. Because if not, that backcourt, I know Steph and Klay are licking their chops because this is probably one of the easiest backcourts they've ever encountered. Okay, and Steph was actually starting to play pretty decent against a pretty decent backcourt in the Rockets. Okay, like he played a little bit better in the playoffs than he has played, in my opinion. And we all saw how Klay went off. So George Hill is going to be key. It's going to be interesting to see. If he's going to have to use his length. He's going to have to get in Steph's chest, and he is going to have to attack. Okay, because if he does not attack, then they have no chance. Okay, so my honorable mentions, I have Steph Curry, mainly because he has not been good in finals. Despite what his points or whatever may say, he tends to disappear. This is his chance to dominate. Honestly, if Steph dominates, I don't see this series going to what I predicted. I think the series will be over in 4 or 5. we are going to see, it's going to be interesting to see how much more effective Steph is going to be without Kyrie out there, which I think he is going to be extremely effective. But he has to be. If he's even putting up 20, if he's putting up 25 a game, the 25 to 28 a game, the series is going to end quick, okay? And he's going to have to dominate George Hill. He is no more Kyrie. You don't got to worry about defense no more, to be honest, unless George Hill does what I just mentioned. And also offensively, George Hill, he has long arms. If he's not going to play physical, if he gets in any foul trouble, Curry, you supposed to roast him, okay? This is your chance. That's why I'm almost considering switching my MVP, who I think is going to win MVP, to Steph Curry. I'm starting to think he's going to win it this year. I think this is his year. I think that people are going to see this series, how much they miss Kyrie and his ability to put pressure on Steph, okay? The honorable mention for the Cavs is not Kevin Love, because pretty much it may seem like he's inconsistent, but you know what you're going to get out of Kevin Love. He going to start early with a couple big shots. He going to fade as the game go on. But he might end up with 18 and 11, So that's Kevin Love. I can't say, it's not impactful, but it's not I can't see him going above and beyond with his scoring, okay? But I have Jeff Green as being the honorable mention for the Cavs, because I think Jeff Green does present a different element, a different mismatch that the Warriors, that the Cavs didn't have before Kevin Love got hurt. It went out, because Jeff Green can't put the ball on the floor, okay? Kevin Love can't really put the ball on the floor. Jeff Green can create his own shot, kind of, okay? And that's an element that the Cavs haven't had, especially from one of their bigs. So I think Jeff Green's ability, his energy, his ability to put the ball on the floor, his ability to attack, especially if he get a big on him like Looney or whoever the Warriors decide to play at the 5. I think that's why I think Iggy's injury is gonna have a big impact, because they're gonna have to play with a true center at that 5. And I think that Jeff Green is a mismatch, and Kevin Love is also a mismatch. But Jeff Green, to me, is more of a mismatch because of his ability to put the ball on the floor. So that's my 5 most important players with 2 honorable mentions. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Can't wait for the game tonight. Can't wait for the series. Y'all have a productive afternoon. 1.